Hey there guys, welcome back to my blind playthrough of Ghostwire Tokyo. And wow, the autosave put me right where I left off. I guess that's great to actually have some way to adjust the autosave frequency. Pretty good. What's this? Oh. I already sent you away. Why are you over there? It's odd. That has a bit of phantom range, but obviously, because I'm fighting this enemy in such an unusual fashion, I'll be susceptible of that, so it's not exactly a problem, it's just fighting it weirdly. But it does kind of suck that you need to get near a Tengu in order to actually grapple. Because it's almost like you have to play the waiting game sometimes when actually trying to grapple up onto rooftops. But let's deal with these wanderers right now. Oh, shit! I gotta not waste consumables too much. Gotta save one. I need to know if I can redirect... Jesus. I quite like that they follow the rules of ranged enemies. They're meant to be nuisances at a distance, but they go down very fast. It's pretty handy. At least you can mantle. That's nice. You know, there are certain games that, for whatever reason, they don't let you mantle, which is bizarre. Can I make this? Oh, that was poor. But I still made it. I wonder what kind of, bugs people will be able to exploit with the glide. I think it'd be pretty cool to actually increase your traversal capabilities. What the hell? Let's see what we have here. God damn it. Need to back up. Can she lose me? I don't think she can. Oh, she's... Wow, her hand just went right through the geometry. Whoa! God damn it! Is this supposed to be the first boss? Because I remember seeing the thumbnail of a Ghostwire Tokyo video talking about bosses. Is this supposed to be an homage to, Clock Tower? Because of that Scissor Man guy? But this is a Scissor Woman. At least these canisters seem to stun her. She is very aggressive. God damn it! Whoa! Gotta stay back. It seems like I can get away from her easily. I don't want to risk doing the perfect blocks against her in case she has combos. Ah, god damn it! I feel like I've seen this kind of figure before in Japanese folklore. Wonder what she represents. I suppose I could do that. I could walk towards her and then back up. So that I can bait her to do her attack early. No. God damn it. I'm trying my best not to be too reliant upon the perfect block. Because I'm too afraid of any kind of combos that she'll do. But I don't know if the bosses on this game actually evolve in their attack style. I'm hoping that's not the case. Sometimes my buttons are a little unresponsive. Swap to fire. Looks like she only has one attack, that's good. Nope, never mind. See? This is what I was afraid of. And there's all this crap in the way. Oh, do not mash the sprint button. If you press L3 again, it'll cancel your sprint out. That's dumb. Can I actually use these as barriers? Oh, she's done. Okay. I kind of want to restart that, actually. No, never mind. Okay, so that was a simple encounter. I don't think that was a boss encounter. But yeah, just make sure you're using your perfect block correctly. Keep your distance. Just keep firing at her with wind and fire, and you should be fine. Nothing too bad. And try to use these canisters as well. And do your best not to get stuck on these pieces of geometry. Oh, we're getting water now. So what does this one do? It's probably going to be useless. Water weaving is an attack with aquatic blades that strike a wide area, making them deadly at close range. Charging the attack will launch a wave that cuts through visitors. So what exactly was that enemy I encountered? A Kuchisake? A type of visitor born from frenzied rage. They wield deadly one-handed weapons as they hunt and butcher their living prey. So it seems like a common enemy type. Oh, the Tengu, a mystical variety of yokai believed to reside deep within Japanese mountains. They are possessed of exceptionally high spiritual power, and any number of mysterious incidents in the mountains are often attributed to Tengu influence. One such incident is known in Japanese as Tengu Daoshi, roughly translated as a Tengu fall. This involves a tree being heard falling in the middle of the night, only for there to be no evidence of such an event having taken place. Is this building off the whole, oh, if you're nowhere near where a tree has fallen, is the sound there, this and that? Like, you guys know what I'm talking about? That's what I'm talking about. Likewise, sudden instances of rocks raining down on people are referred to as Tengu Subute or Tengu Pebbles. While such tales make Tengu both feared and respected as quite capable of harming humans, there are also tales of the creatures imparting knowledge of martial arts to those humans they take a liking to. Oh, the Zashiki Warashi, a type of yokai featured in numerous legends in the Tohoku region of Japan that is said to bring luck. They resemble young children and live alongside humans in their homes. Zashiki Warashi are known to be playful pranksters, often doing things like moving people's pillows down to their feet as they sleep, or dropping their eating utensils on the floor while they eat. When treated well, a Zashiki Warashi will bring prosperity to a family. However, if treated poorly or driven out by those fed up of their mischief, their good fortune will vanish with them, bringing ruin upon the household. Must be a pain to get rid of. You'd have to be very creative to somehow trick the Zashiki Warashi to leave the household without offending it. Alright. Time to move on. Alright, I need to find a phone booth. My Katashiro are full. So it's nice to see that this is one of those difficulty modes where the enemies still die very fast, but you die very quick. It's just like Akumu difficulty. Akumu difficulty, not only do you die fast, but the enemies die fast as well. They have the same life as they do on survival difficulty, which makes it a really fun difficulty, not some arbitrary, boring difficulty where all the developers do is just lazily up the enemy's health to absurd degrees while making you die very fast. A staple variety of rice ball flavored with soy sauce and dried tuna, the tuna is known as katsuo bushi and has a long history in Japanese cuisine. Its use stretches back so far that it is even referenced in the Kojiki, an ancient chronicle of the nation's mythology. Well, similar to the Quran or the Bible? Something like that? Oh shit! Let's test out water. It said it was more effective at close range. Let's try that out. He's not really doing the... Oh shit! Doesn't do a lot of damage, it feels like. So pretty much water is like a shotgun, basically. Fire is like a rocket launcher / grenade launcher. And then your wind attack is like your pistol or your machine gun, basically. But the thing, that's all the elements we're going to get. Fire, wind, and water are the only elements we ever get. A construction labyrinth. With Shibuya's rush to redevelop the area, it's no surprise that construction sites are everywhere. Half-completed roads will often lead to dead ends, and anyone wandering into an area under the construction is likely to feel like they've gotten lost in a maze. Okay, let me swap to wind. And they're all aware of me, so I need to back up. Oh shit. God damn it. Oh, you can't block against that, it seems, and wanderers can do suicide attacks. Huh. I was able to do that attack very quickly. Wonder why. God damn it. Probably because he was near death. Always make sure you hold L2 when you do that kind of attack. Uh-oh. I'm guessing with certain enemies, the rate at which you pull their core is different, which is why the Wanderers go down very fast when you grab their core. Okay, best I don't engage any of the enemies right now. Or I can use my bow. I should probably use my bow right now. It will not let me shoot through that. Nice. New entry has been added. A rain slasher. A type of visitor born from the deep enmity that grows from personal conflicts at the workplace. The creature wields its profound resentment as a deadly weapon, which it uses to strike out at the living. Sounds very dangerous. I will definitely avoid combat with that enemy, to the best of my ability. Gotta turn off my flashlight. I mean, I don't think the enemies are alerted to the flashlight, even though I seem to have footage of this happening. I think I just probably got unlucky. Let me just understand this. I need to wait for him to walk away. He's busy in his turning animation right now. Okay, he's walking. Okay, no, the enemies aren't alerted to the flashlight. I just got very unlucky with the turning animation, it seems. But going back to what I was saying about the whole idea of this being a difficulty where they don't simply raise the enemy health to an absurd degree, it shows they have a bit more respect for their enemies. They don't have to amplify the enemy health to an absurd degree that almost feels unrealistic. It's like what they did with the Lycans in Resident Evil Village. The amount of pistol shots they can take to the head, the amount of shotgun shells they can take, the lack of flinch animations because they removed the flinch animations entirely in Village of Shadows difficulty, just made such an intimidating enemy for all the right reasons. A completely shit enemy that is so frustrating to fight, and you spend more time running away from them because the game is shit not because they're intimidating, it's because the game is shit. That is straight up Resident Evil 1 remake enemy mentalities right there. And so far with this game, they aren't embracing Resident Evil 1 remake styles of enemy designs. You know, they're wanting you to actually respect the lethality of the enemies, they're wanting you to learn them, and I held X a little too long just then. I wasn't even trying to glide, I just accidentally glided, because I held X a little too long. But there's just a certain level of skill involved with knowing how to intelligently design a difficulty without favoring the standard tropes of old-school difficulty design, which is simply killing you quickly but making the enemies take longer to kill. Because a lot of the times, or not really a lot of the times, so pretty much every time you make an enemy take longer to kill, it just drags out the gameplay. It makes it very repetitive. It makes you not want to engage with the gameplay so much. And you just succumb to fatigue so easily. Like, developers just don't understand this very well, and achieving that balance is something that takes skill. And, of course, Tango Gameworks achieved this nicely with The Evil Within 1 and 2. A major railway terminal that links many of Tokyo's transit lines, it is among the most widely used stations in all of Japan, and is often found with large crowds milling through at all hours of the day. Yakisoba. I don't think I've ever gotten this one before. Yeah, I haven't. Thin sliced pork and squid meat served over a large bed of stir-fried noodles. I know I hate pork, but I've never had squid before. I've had salmon. I've had, yeah, I've had fish in general, but I've never had squid. I'm almost tempted to try out shrimp, just to see what it tastes like. Well, also, something I forgot to mention, this game lets you manually save. See here, I made a manual save file in Chapter 2. Or at least at that point. So I should probably make sure to do that. Remove affliction? What was that all about? Oh, nice. Oh, what's going on? Is that Ed? I've transferred over 10,000 souls. So one HUD element I'm a little confused about is, do you see below the health bar that number 2 and then that purple symbol? What does that mean? Is that my level? It's not my synergy level, it's something else. I'm not too sure what that is. There's also a Torii gate over there, so I should probably investigate that. Huh, look at this. That overpass is expansive. I remember driving through such a location in 007 Bloodstone when you had to chase that guy who was inside that dumpster truck. This locale looks very similar to that part of the game. Hey! See? I told you this specter or this visitor with that jacket is in the game. What is it? They don't seem to respond to noises. I need a hand seal to do this? Huh. What is that thing? A forlorn? A type of visitor born from the sorrow of abused children. Oh no. They are not directly combative, and when frightened, they summon other visitors to aid them before fleeing. That's awful. But it makes sense why they're modeled after someone inside of a rainstorm, and they're wearing that jacket, because whenever you're in that kind of dark state of mind, it's almost like you're under a storm, basically. Doom and gloom is the proper term for that. Oh, nice, I can sell that. Is there anything that he has? No, it's the same things. I still wish there was a way to distract the enemies. Like, why can't you shoot certain items and it attracts them? Like, see, you can't make noise on this game, it seems. And it seemed like I did as such when I used the bow, but there's no point in doing that because I can just do this. Oh, I didn't get the headshot. That was close. Should probably escape. So they know exactly where you are, but it's just a matter of timing. They have a certain amount of time to find you before your social status icon goes back to normal. Good. But also, remember that ability that I got where you could do the quick purge on enemies downed? I think I have to get very close to the enemy in order for it to actually work. And if they are down to the ground, then regardless of their health, I should be able to do the quick purge. Okay, so you can do quick purges without having to be crouched, just like Evil Within 2. In Evil Within 1, you had to be crouched at all times. The moment you stood up, even if you weren't even taking a step forward, the enemies would detect you. And what is this? It's Hanya! What are you, a poltergeist? You're trying to steal other souls to make yourself even more powerful? Almost like that one episode of the real Ghostbusters. With Slimer running away. And then he becomes a part of that poltergeist for a bit. Kappa Swamp? Oh god. Oh, now it's giving me this tutorial. Yeah, I mean, I was already well aware of that, but it didn't even look like the thickness of the fog was that severe on that part of the walkway. Oh wow, this looks really nice. I love this coloration here. I love these orbs. I like that we're high above ground. Yeah, this is style. Oh yeah, the cucumber, I remember that.
シリコ玉を抜かれたな。勝手に状態出
Shirikodama?
すからだ。俺が取り返してやる。キュウリはあるか？よし、これでカッパを呼び寄せるぞ。
Yeah, see? Used in luring kappa, and it's often used in salads and pickling. Place the cucumber. We're really doing this. Oh, it's a turtle demon. Yeah, okay, so I thought originally it was a horse, but it's a turtle demon.
キュウリ食ってる時が狙い目だぞ。焦んなよ。霊視してあいつの動きを探るんだ。
Come on. Just waiting for it to get to that cucumber. It's doing it. Is it time? There we go, got it. Wakatama, nice. Kappa, a yokai known throughout all of Japan that supposedly lurks near rivers and ponds. Its prominence in the... Oh, you know what I was thinking of from Berserk 2016? It was not a Kappa, it was a Kelpie. It was a Kelpie. That's why I got the names confused, because they both start with K, and, you know, they're two-syllable words. That's why I mistook the Kelpie for a Kappa from Berserk 2016, so that was my fault. Its prominence in the popular consciousness has given rise to many tales regarding how they live and interact with humans. Perhaps most infamously, they're known to drag humans into rivers where they extract their shirikodama, a mythological organ thought to be the source of a person's vitality. Once removed, the shirikodama could end up eaten or given as an offering to a superior kappa. Either way, people who lose their shirikodama become cowards, as though they've lost their very soul. Not all kappa legends are quite so grim or steeped in bodily horrors, though. On a lighter note, some kappa are known to enjoy sumo wrestling. In fact, tales of their grappling escapades have proliferated throughout Japan. Alas, that sportiness can sometimes lead to their downfall. On top of their head, kappa have a bowl, commonly referred to as a dish. This dish contains water, but losing it will weaken the kappa. A foible? I've never heard the word foible before. A foible that can be exploited by opposing wrestlers with a taste for victory. Kappa are also famously voracious consumers of cucumbers, a habit thought to stem from the ancient Japanese practice of offering cucumbers to water gods. This, in turn, indicates that kappa may once have been viewed as water gods themselves. In any case, their propensity for the crunchy green gourd has resulted in makazushi rolls containing cucumber to be referred to as kappamaki. It looks like we have additional database entries. A marionette, a type of visitor born from the pessimism fostered by an empty existence. It heals visitors around it, pouring seemingly limitless energy into them with total abandon. And then we have the rugged walker, a type of visitor born from the quiet underlying rage burning within those who have spent their lives being mercilessly trampled upon. Once that anger is unchained, there is no stopping the murderous rampage that follows. And he's obese, so that's how you know this is a rugged walker.
ほら、お前のシリコ玉だ。もう動けるだろ。
もう妖怪にいたずらしちゃダメだよ。
ありがとう。
優しいじゃん。
あ気のせいだよ
It wasn't that he was being a softie. I got a camera filter. I still need to cleanse that Torii gate up there. Oh wow, we're going inside of here. Ah, great. Oh wow, they ran to the enemy instead of coming for me. Interesting. But I have to wait until that symbol goes away. Luring enemies on this game, it could do with some better work. There has to be something I can do. You see, like, they're going back to the enemy again. That is so unusual. I've never seen an AI system make enemies go towards an enemy you've shot, but you're not in a combat status. I mean, there might be something to this. But I'll just use the bow on her. Got her. Are they playing patty cake with each other? Oh wow. So enemies can interact with each other? Huh. Interesting. And I can't use my my bow right now. He will not. Yeah, there we go. Now, the moment I get near this wall, he just doesn't let you use it, which is kind of silly. I just gotta get away from the wall a bit. But these enemies die instantly from the bow when it's charged. That's handy. The only problem is getting arrows for your bow. You can only find certain ammo caches, and you have to buy arrows from the store. Which makes doing stealth in this game even harder. And if there was some kind of consistent way to lure enemies using your wind weaving, or any of your ethereal weaving powers, then the stealth could be complemented even more. Mitarashi dango. Sweet Japanese dumplings covered in a thick syrup made of soy sauce and sugar. Shibuya Kajiri. Nice video effects happening right there.
このエレベーターまだ使えそうだぞ
Oh, good. So in theory, based on what I just learned, with the way those students of misery just ran towards that marionette, I can probably shoot specific enemies to lure the rest of the enemies toward that enemy. That could potentially work. Oh shoot, it's a rugged walker. Oh, you okay. Damn it. Nope, this isn't working. So this is one of those special enemy types, just like Evil Within 2. You could do 2 sneak kills on the Hysteric. Same with the Laments. I need to track this guy's movement. He's taking a while to lose me. There we go, he's lost me. Let me understand the range on the enemy's hearing. He heard me just then, but he was very slow to turn around, so I could use that to my advantage. Oh, that's not a rugged walker, that's a relentless walker. A type of visitor born from violent mindsets. They are prone to rampage with their hulking, swollen bodies crashing from place to place as they swing blunt weapons with reckless abandon. Does that mean they can potentially get their weapon to clip into a wall? I doubt it. Developers are never that creative nowadays, and I was so hoping that new Capcom would actually give... I mean, technically they did with Urias, because Urias' hammer does bounce off the geometry, but it's broken. Because sometimes you expect his hammer to clip into the geometry, and it doesn't do it. And also, he's only able to clip his hammer into the geometry when he does a spin attack, and for his spin attack, he has to get the geometry on his right-hand side in order for it to actually clip into the wall, which is fucking stupid. But I doubt such a mechanic would be useful anyway in Ghostwire Tokyo. There's some arrows over there, I'd need that. But they're definitely giving you a lot to explore right now. Normally in a lot of open world games, they don't let you go inside of buildings. They're letting you partake in that activity, which is nice. Some souls over here, so let me get them. There's another one of these shops. A strawberry kakigori. Japanese-style shaved ice topped with strawberry-flavored syrup. Let's take that. Much like similar icy treats, such as the snow cone, kakigori is a classic staple summer treat and is often produced at home with the help of small, dedicated appliances. Oh, coffee milk. Milk, coffee, and sugar together at last. And also, I noticed in the top right, do you see the yin and yang symbol? It says I have two of them. What's that for? Ashideko Dama, a mythological organ purported to be the source of a human's life energy. Kappa are infamous in folklore for snatching them away from hapless human victims. A weathered old traditional Shinto shrine, it is believed to have been constructed sometime between the 4th and 7th centuries. A sumo tournament is held every summer upon its grounds, which attracts many spectators. Okay, so that symbol with the hammer and the gourd, it means it's a relic. I was wondering what that meant on the map. The golden tea bowl. A tea bowl used for Japanese tea ceremony coated with gold. Tea ceremony is a measured art, and so simple yet charming utensils tend to be favored when practicing. However, Hideyoshi Toyotomi, one of the unifying figures of Japan's Warring States period, which went from 1467 to 1591, had ostentatious taste that did not stop with the golden implements he used for tea ceremonies. In fact, he had an entire tea room built, covered in gold from top to bottom, sliding doors included. Well, talk about someone trying to externalize his feelings of wealth. A small-scale model automobile that is primarily sold as a children's toy. It is equipped with a spring that mimics the shocks on a real car when pushing down on the model's frame. It might look like just a sports car at first glance, but a supercar is in a class of its own. Japan caught the craze for these expensive high-octane cars in 1970, so much so that their striking designs transformed the landscape of manga and anime. Huh. An interesting origin point for those forms of media. A wide variety of merchandise, from RC cars and die-cast models to erasers, was produced to capitalize on the boom. A model-frilled lizard. The frilled lizard is a species of lizard endemic to Australia and Papua New Guinea. Very similar to that dinosaur from Jurassic Park that extends its frills and fires acid at you. I forget what it's called. Their Japanese and English namesakes both come from the mane of folded skin around their head that they can open out when sensing danger in order to intimidate any perceived threat. They are capable of running on two... Really? They can run on two legs? Unexpected for a lizard. which can make for an amusing sight with their frill unfurled and their legs swinging wildly at full speed. Japan was first introduced to them by a 1984 television program, and after a car commercial also made use of their likeness. There was a frilled lizard frenzy as an avalanche of merchandise was produced, including toy figures, puzzles, and more.
買い物の待ち時間が一番辛いね。
悪かったね。
You've already said that quote. This is the third time you've said that. Gasoline. Why would they have? Oh, that's for refilling your fire element. There's a treasure stashed by the Torii gate up above. Seems kind of odd that for the glide ability, you have to make sure there isn't anything under your feet so for it to actually trigger. Remove affliction. I'm not sure what the whole point of this is. Seems kind of unnecessary to have that whole mechanic when it's just for the simple purpose of absorbing spirits. There's no threats or anything. Why would they have that? Fresh moth burger. Can I glide to that? Yep. Wow, taking the sights. Look at this. What's that structure over there? That looks very similar to the Eiffel Tower, but I'm not too sure what that landmark is, actually, for Tokyo. Or for Shibuya. Yeah, the city looks so massive. And you can traverse all of this? That seems too good to be true. Then again, Dying Light 2. But Dying Light 2's buildings were so boring, and all they had were just walkers. And there was nothing to pick up. Like, a lot of the loot on that game is so unnecessary. Because it's all dependent upon RPG levels, and you already have access to your skills and the skill tree system. Yeah. Gotta hand it to KK for constantly reminding Akito of this. That is a huge Torii. Oh shit. I want to try water on these enemies. Okay, so it works on any downed enemy, that's good. I need to fall back, there's too many of them. Come over here. Looks like they have trouble getting on this escalator. But it's not a problem for the Wanderers over there. Shit! Oh! God damn it! Oh shit! Gotta fall back, gotta fall back. My health was regenerating. Oh, that's really good. So when you go back into a stealth status, you regenerate a bit of your health. That's really good design. So you're not wasting time just getting consumables. Because one thing that I always hate about a lot of games when they have some kind of consumable system is, you know, they make certain systems like healing tied around consumables only, and so if you don't have consumables, then you have to spend so much of your time just moving in like a danger state posture, or just like sitting with like blood on your screen, or just flashing on your screen. It's a really dumb way to force consumables on you, and really forcing consumables on you is almost on par with that of a microtransaction system, forcing you to constantly spend your in-game currency on consumables all the time. Like, I remember something really stupid that Under the Mayo mentioned about Resident Evil Village. Like, he said that it's bad that Ethan has the ability to regenerate his life up to yellow state, and he said, oh, it's for pussies, it's such a baby thing. when it's for convenience. Like, as a substitute for being forced to wander in the danger state and not being able to sprint, like, why would you want to go through that when it's just better for the game to just kill you? Like, rather than have this whole stupid system of the screen flashing and blood on your screen and being unable to fucking move, at that point, if you don't have healing items, you're just gonna be restarting. Like, it's just there as a way to ensure that you don't have to waste time restarting the game anytime you go to that kind of danger state. Like, because as a substitute, you should be dead. But to actually spare people the inconvenience of having to go through that, they make it where you regenerate your life up to yellow health. And Under the Mayo is acting like that is such a, like, huge difference in actually making the gameplay unbalanced in Resident Evil Village, when it isn't. You die so fast on Village of Shadows difficulty, and unfortunately for him, he probably played the game on, like, normal difficulty, and he's basing his critiques on the whole idea of a danger state system and on the whole idea of regenerative life around normal difficulty, when that doesn't mean shit on Village of Shadows difficulty, because everything kills you so fast on Village of Shadows difficulty. I mean, I can't really say kill you, though, because most of the attacks just put you into the danger state, but that could be on par with that killing you, because it's so annoying having to go through that state, and then you have to waste time just using your healing item. In any kind of situation where, say, for instance, there are no enemies nearby, do you really want to make it such a huge inconvenience for the player to just sit there and just wander around like crazy with very slow movement, with blood on the screen, with your flashing screen? Do you really want to provide players with that level of inconvenience if there are no enemies nearby? Why do you want to compromise the experience like that Under the Mayo? What the fuck is wrong with you? There is no justification for why Under the Mayo even bothered bringing this up in his review of Resident Evil Village, and in this conversation with Carcinogen SDA. It is downright idiotic. Fucking idiotic. You know, like, in the older Resident Evil games, when you were in the danger state and you had no healing items, it was just better to restart. I mean, in general, playing the Resident Evil games is better when you're doing no damage. The whole addition of the danger state mechanic in general is just such a pointless system, because it could easily be substituted with something less annoying, which is just your death. It's even more annoying when the game is impacting your ability to move, and your ability to see things, and your ability to hear things, if one of the main characteristics of a near-death status in the game is it affects your audio. Like, it's just there so that you don't have to waste time with that level of inconvenience Under the Mayo. Like, did that seriously slip your mind when actually thinking about the whole idea of why new Capcom decided to put regenerative health in Resident Evil Village? I mean, old Capcom had this for Resident Evil 7, and it wasn't that big of a deal. Like, he didn't bring up the fact that there was automatic healing in Resident Evil 7, but he's bringing it up in Resident Evil Village for whatever reason. What a fucking hypocrite. What a dumbass. Seriously, just shut the fuck up and actually know how to review your games better and actually judge the game based on more objective problems, fucking idiot. But all I'll say, guys, is I'm glad that the game, Ghostwire Tokyo specifically, has the ability to heal when you escape combat, so I don't have to waste time with blood on the screen or just having to tweak certain things in the settings just to see what my health is at. And that guy's still standing there. I want him to do the range attack. Can I block that and actually do the perfect block? Look at him adjusting his tie. That didn't even connect with me. Yeah, you can. You can do it. It's just, it's very, very strict on the timing because it's a very fast attack. That was a different animation. There's a marionette. Or that's not a marionette. I think that's a, what's it called? It's that one enemy that has a vapid facade, I believe. But whatever, let's cleanse this Torii gate. I've never seen a Torii gate this huge before.
社に何かないか調べておけよ。
バチ当たりだな。
What's this? Stun talismans. Stun talismans immobilize nearby visitors within their range for a short period of time when thrown. However, certain powerful visitors are immune to this effect, so be cautious when using them. So it's just another consumable. Why would I ever use this?
お札か。これも使えそうだ。
Is it a consumable or is it the equivalent to a hand seal?
手に入れたお札を試してみる。
Oh shit.
うまく使えよ。
Oh, and you can use the quick purge. Beautiful. Oh no, you can't do it on this enemy. Yeah, but it is a consumable, so you gotta be careful. Oh, nice! A different animation.
お札で動きを止めればこいつでも。
So that is the equivalent to the flash bolts or the smoke bolts if you have the upgrade for the smoke bolt, which is fucking stupid. For whatever reason, in the Evil Within 2, in order to sneak kill enemies that are blinded by smoke, you have to purchase an upgrade. But how is that any different to throwing a bottle at an enemy's head and doing a sneak kill? How is that any different to getting behind an enemy and doing a sneak kill? It's the same basic concept, only they're blinded by smoke, but you have to purchase an upgrade in order to do it. In the Evil Within 1, you did not have to purchase an upgrade for the flash bolts to give you the ability to do sneak kills on enemies. What the fuck were they thinking with that? Such a gamey design. That makes no sense at all. The enemies are doing the same stun animation that they normally do when you throw a bottle to their head, and in this case you use a smoke bolt, they do that same animation, and you cannot punish them unless you have the upgrade. It's times like that where the upgrade system is undeserved. The upgrades have to make sense. But when it comes to just two independent actions and then linking them together with one upgrade as if they're one single action, that is an upgrade done poorly. I never use the upgrades in general in the Evil Within 2, aside from like the corner kill and the bottle break ability, which are the only two upgrades I ever get. Like sometimes when I just want to spice things up in the Evil Within 2. But I'm just so glad that they give you the ability to do quick purges on enemies stunned in the talisman. And there are multiple different talismans, as was indicated by that tutorial. The Dancing Headless Students. And it's another report written by KK. A report written by KK regarding images of headless students posted on social media. Acquiring this will grant you additional spirit skill points.